let me just say this. If TC doesn't go ahead on and make a decision to play that Jacoby Morgan kid and they lose this weekend, he gonna have hell to pay in Jackson. I'm gonna tell you now. I know he graduated from there. He was a star football player from there, but I'm just gonna tell you, Jackson people are just like Southern people, just like FAMU people, just like A&T people, just like Grambling people. They don't tolerate that losing. And I've said this over and over. You might not remember hearing me tell you that. Those people at Jackson are very intelligent when it comes to football and football strategy. That stuff that's going on with that quarterback situation, that to me is inexperience. How can you have a kid that's 6'4", 6'5", that's came down from a Power 4 program and you got him on the bench? That don't make no sense. I don't know if he can't make the decision, but it's wearing on his team. Now, I told you, I don't know if maybe I was talking to Doc. Listen, now, here's the thing. They came down to Grambling. They were still wallowing in that win against Southern. You don't do that. They should have taken, after that Saturday game, they were supposed to take Sunday and kiss their behind and tell themselves how great they are. And then Monday, you're supposed to get yourself ready for Grambling. They didn't do that. They came down there to Grambling, wallowing in what had happened at the vet the week before, and expected Grambling to lay down for them. And Grambling pimp slapped them in the mouth the first quarter. That's why Grambling went up 14 to nothing.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's why they went up 14 to nothing. Because they were wild. But here's the other thing. All this indecision at the quarterback position, it's wearing on the team. Let me tell you something. I talked to some Jackson State people this week. They pissed. I'm just talking about these Jackson State folk up here in Atlanta. They pissed now.
Wait a second. Wait a minute. Slow down, Mr. Ford, because you got all that. Mr. Ford said, what now? You said, hey, you got the street committee report. And the Tigers ain't happy about losing.
No, they ain't happy. The ones up here ain't. They're not happy. And I can listen. To me, you get a Jacoby Morgan. To me, that's like you done got a pro prospect at a black school, and you sit 6'4", 6'5", 220, 230, and you got him on the bench. Come on. See, that, let me tell you what that is right there. See, that represents inexperience at the head coaching job. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. Now, I told you this before, and you might claim you don't remember. I still got a little problem with TC being offense coordinator. I think TC should have went out and got an offense coordinator. Okay? To me, the head coaching job at Jackson State is big enough. And then you're going to add the OC to that? You might not understand that, but I'm just telling you. With my experience, them need to be two separate jobs.
Can you help me help me understand this, because when you are the head coach, yes, there's different styles of head coaches, right? Sometimes you have a head coach that is kind of like an overseer, and they let everybody do their position, whether it's the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach. Like, everybody has their position, and you work more so as a CEO, right? So you have some coaches who are CEOs, and then you have some coaches who they want to be over everything, right? So I don't necessarily think that him being an offensive coordinator is the problem. My issue is, are you able during the game, if he puts somebody over being a head coach, like say for instance, Coach O is just hypothetically, okay, you're going to just be the head coach while the game is going on, and I'm the offensive coordinator. Can't you do that?
Listen, you got usually your quarterback coach, because that quarterback position is so important on the offense. Usually that's the person you look at as is your offense coordinator. Now, I don't know. I think he got the young man from Mississippi State. Who's the quarterback coach? Do you know?
Rip Kirk.
Okay. We might need to look at him. Now, if we can't look at him, let's look at bringing somebody in. Because I'm going to say this again. I mean,
at this point,
let me say this. Let me say this. Being head coach at Jackson State University is big enough job because that's a 24-hour job. That is no downtime. Even in off season, that's still the job. Okay. Then you're gonna add OC, offensive coordinator, to that. Now you can go along with that, but to me, I think that the head coach needs to delegate that responsibility. Pick somebody you got faith in and make him the offensive coordinator. Because like you said, the head coach is a CEO, okay, but he needs to be able to know how to delegate authority.
So I think for us, like you said, this is the biggest indicator, which is Texas Southern versus Jackson State. This is going to be the tell-all, right, for how this matchup is going to go. I feel like if we just defensively, we got it. It's beautiful to see, Mr. Ford. Everything that was wrong with our defense last year has been virtually resolved, with the exception of maybe the DBs and their placement on the field. Sometimes they're playing off man, right? And zone coverage, or, you know, they're not watch. I don't know what it is, but they've had some drops.
Well, your linebackers could be more aggressive too now. Don't I mean, you're right. Yeah, I agree with
like
you.
Our linebackers.
The defense the defense has gotten better, but I can see that those linebackers stepping up a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, you're not where you were when you had the Miller kid and that that kid named Hampton. What's that kid name y'all had a few years ago?
Hampton was from the previous regime before Prime.
No, he played for Prime. He played a year or two for Prime. Yes, he did. Miller and that Hampton kid were in the middle.
No, I know they were here, but what I'm saying is Keontae Hampton is from the previous regime before Prime.
Yeah, but he also played a year. He played for Prime too. Yeah, he did.
That was one of.
But let me tell you something. Can you imagine that defense right there with Miller and that Hampton kid? Can you imagine that defense? And that's what I'm saying now. The linebacker play, to me, since them two right there left, has kind of gone down. Okay, so it can get better. It can get better.
Joshua Nobles, they have it. I feel like.
Oh yeah, but now Nobles is, to me, it's more of a hybrid defensive end. Because he's like a stand-up defensive end. I'm talking about in the middle of the defense. I'm talking about them two linebackers in the middle. Nobles is more like a James Houston type guy.
I'm trying to see. Well, Reed Pulliam then. Reed Pulliam is inside. I want to say he's inside. An inside linebacker, I think. What I'm saying is the tackling. What you know that in the grand scheme of things, when we look at the stats, and hey, brother Bakari, Jackson State is 3rd overall in defense, and going into last week we were 2nd.
They still can improve. They can get better. They can get better.
Of course, absolutely. But the scoring that took place, we held Grambling to 14 points.
Like I said, that win last week by Grambling, that win was a defensive-led win. That was more about Grambling's defense and them turnovers than it was about that offense.
Brother Bakari, what do you think about it?
What's going on, Mr. Ford? What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Y'all hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Look, what I think about it, I won't watch the game this week. If Jacobian ain't starting, I know I ain't betting no more money on Jackson State. I can tell you that. I'm just being honest with you. They will win. Jacobian, on top of that, Jacobian Morgan is proven.